Hi, my name is Josh, and I'm with Get Smart Backup. I'm going to walk you through a demo of our software today. The first thing you would do is go and select the size of the package that best fits your needs. Once you've paid, you'll get a link to download the installation file. In this case, I've downloaded the medium version. The best way to install it is to right-click and say Run as Administrator. So you get this little box that pops up and you say yes. The rest of the installation process is pretty basic. Once the software is finished installing, you'll get this little shortcut on your desktop called Get Smart Backup. Double click on that. Go ahead and tell Windows yes. The first thing that it's going to bring up is the registration window. So assuming you're a new customer, you're going to click New Registration. Clicked on that button and this screen pops up. It's a pretty basic registration screen. You enter all your contact information here. We'll hit next. Then we'll want to enter a username and password. Make sure that you record these, you write these down. I'm going to use Josh Test. Also make sure you're using a secure password here. So I'll keep mine secure. This option is something you're going to want to pay attention to. What I suggest for 99% of users is to select generate a secure encryption key for me. That way the system goes ahead and creates a key so that you don't have to come up with some passphrase or random string of characters. I'm going to up my encryption to 256-bit. I want my files to be a little bit more secure. And then I'll hit next. And then I'll hit next to register. It goes out to the server and confirms that I am a customer and that I have paid. And it has done that, so I'll hit finish. And then it'll initiate the client. As it's initiating the actual client where we can go in and deal with the interface, it asks me if I want to create an emergency key file. You absolutely want to do this, so I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say, let's go ahead and save that to my desktop. Say OK. And it's put these two files on my desktop. I've got recovery.dsk and recovery.dat. You're going to want to keep both of those in a secure place. So besides, potentially keeping them on your laptop, I'd suggest putting them on a thumb drive. If you're still burning CDs, feel free to burn them to a CD drive. Load them, send them to the cloud somewhere, some security storage on the cloud, Google Docs, Dropbox, any place off of your hard drive, because you may need these. If your hard drive ever crashes and you want to restore all your files using Get Smart Backup, having these keys can come in really handy. So once you do that, you actually get to the setup screen. So I actually want to, I'm going to start out and I'm just going to say, hey, let's edit this default backup set. So I'm going to leave it on edit. And I'm going to say next. And then it's going to ask me step 2, what files do I want to back up? I'm going to go to my desktop. And I would like, on my desktop, I have this users owner desktop. I have this super important do not delete file. So I want to right click and say include. I want to include that file. On the left hand side, you can include a lot of different things. So you could back up, this is kind of a shortcut way of doing things. You could back up your entire desktop or your My Documents folder, which may come in really handy, all your music or pictures folder. And then you can also come over here and it will select all the documents on your hard drive, all the PDF files, spreadsheets, so on and so forth. So if you kind of have things scattered about, you may want to use these wildcard selections. If not, you can pick some of the popular files and folders that people store things in, and then over here on the right hand side, you can obviously come out and actually just pick individual files and directories. So I picked that one file I want to back up. I'm going to hit next. The next piece here is backup schedule. So how often do I want that file backed up? I don't typically work on the weekends, so I'm going to just say, let's back it up Monday through Friday, and let's start at, let's say, we're going to start at about 11:30 every night. It'll attempt for the next 8 hours. So if I lose power at my office, or I lose internet connection for some reason, it will continue to try the backups for about 8 hours. That should give me enough time to get back in the office and kind of see what's going on. But Monday through Friday, every week, and then I'll say finish. So I've created my default backup set. It's actually been updated to the settings that I want. Now I'm going to say backup now. So I've got my default backup set here. I'll say backup now. And the system's going to load. It's going to go out. It's going to grab this super important file. It's going to turn it into, it's going to encrypt it and compress it. So it's going to prepare it. Once it scans and says, hey, there's a file I need to back up, it'll encrypt it and compress it, and then it'll send it off to the server. Once it sends it off to the server, it synchronizes the catalog with the server, and then your backups are complete. So we'll give it 1 second here and wait up for the backups to be done, and they're done. So I'll go ahead and close that. Now I want to see what happens if I delete this. So if I right-click and I say delete, I'm going to say yes. So now my super important file is gone. I've deleted it. It's nowhere to be seen. I'll just come back over here and I'll say restore. Search for my files to restore. I'll just say, yep, show me all the files, and only show me the most recent version. So I'll hit search, and then we will tree out, and boom, there is the file that I need. Do not delete. So it's going to restore it to the original location. You may want to restore files to a restore folder so that you can go through and make sure that everything's there and then move things back into place as you want. But in this case, I'm good with the original location. I'll hit start restore. Let's say yes. Let's say there it goes. So it's a relatively small file. So real quick, we are done and restored, and there's my file back. Super important, do not delete, is right there. You can always create new backup sets. So if you go into backup sets, you can say create new backup set. You may want to run a backup set on your business files, separate from your personal files. You may not want to back up your pictures and your music as often as you do your documents. Lots of different reasons to run different backup sets. You may run different backup sets for different users of your computer. Lots of different reasons there, but the flexibility is definitely there. And that's it. That's Get Smart Backup. Like I said earlier, feel free to reach out to us via the website on live chat, or there's a form. You can always email us at getsmartbackup@gmail.com. We're happy to answer any questions or comments you might have. Thanks so much for watching, and we hope to be seeing you soon using our software.